Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. For those of you who are new here, I am Anne and I run this YouTube channel, and I also run the Sussex Handmade Soap Company, which is a small bath and body business based in the southeast of the UK. And today we are going to be creating a tallow based soap, and we are going to colour it naturally with a selection of clays. We are going to add some poppy seeds, and we are going for a lemon and black pepper essential oil scent. It's going to be a 2-layered soap. Not a lot else to say really. The recipe is down in the description. If you want to follow along or make it at home, you can find the recipe down in the description. And this soap is going to be available as part of our monthly soap release on our website just here from 5:30 p.m. on the last Sunday of the month. So if you like the look of it, like the sound of it, head on over there last Sunday of the month, 5:30, and grab yourself a bar at the price of £3 per bar. Right, my lye is already cooling down. If you want to know how to do lye, check my video here and it will teach you everything you need to know about just preparing your lye water for your recipes. We need to melt our solid oils, so I'm going to pop them into my silver pan, take them over, melt them down, and then when they are melted we will bring them back and we will start with making this soap. So the solid oils have melted nicely now, which means it is time to add in our liquid oils. And today our liquid oils are castor oil, olive oil, and some jojoba oil as well. Lovely, lovely jojoba. Technically a wax, not an oil, but it's commonly referred to as jojoba oil. Now we are going to take the temperature and hope that it is between about 100 and 110 Fahrenheit. Which it's not, it's 121.8. So we are a little over. Bear with me, I shall take this to my sink, I shall cool it down, and I shall return. So the oils and the lye water are now both sitting around about 103 Fahrenheit. So we are going to go in to the oils with the lye water. A little bit concerned because this camera battery warning light is flashing at me. I have got it plugged in, but if it suddenly stops, we'll have to rely on our other footage. Fingers crossed it lasts. We are going to bring it to a light to medium trace. I tell a lie, we're bringing it to a light trace, then we are splitting off 481 grams so that we can colour our portions. So 481 grams of light trace batter being split off, and that equates to 1/5 of our total batter weight. Now we are adding our white clay to our smaller portion and our yellow clay to our larger portion. We'll do the yellow clay first and just stirring at first until the clay is semi well incorporated, and then we're going to blitz it just to really help incorporate that clay so we don't have any kind of gritty bits or grainy bits and it is all nice and smooth. So that is fairly nicely incorporated. What I'm going to do is just quickly work the white into the batter here, just so that it is been incorporated a little, but we're not going to blitz it fully until we're actually ready to pour it, but I just want to get it kind of incorporated a little bit before anything starts to thicken. Right, that'll do for that one. So I'm going to put this to one side for the time being. And I think we're going to go for a medium to thick trace here. So I'm going to blitz it a little bit more just to kind of try and get it to that slightly thicker trace. We are going to go in with our lemon and black pepper essential oil. stir that until it is nicely incorporated, and at the same time we are going in with our poppy seeds. And again, stirring through so they are until they are nicely dispersed. Scrape off the blender, and then we're going to pull in the mould. And now all we need to do for this lower layer is simply pour everything that is in our pan down into the mould, like so. Now what I want is for this to thicken enough so that we can texture this layer here before we add our topping, but that's going to take a little while. So what we shall do is bring back in our white, and we shall now thicken this up just a little. That is still very thin at the minute. Right, I reckon we've got a little bit of waiting. Right, I'm going to do something, because this I reckon is going to take a good sort of 10 minutes to be at a level that we can texture. Probably charge the camera battery and cross my fingers at 10 minutes of charge gives it enough to get through the last section of the video. I'll see you in a minute, or 10. Okay, so it has been about 10 minutes or so. We are still relatively thin here, but I think we can probably just do a little texture. It's not going to be anything marvellous or massive, but just a little bit of movement. I think perhaps because we went at quite a low temperature in the end, it's staying quite fluid. And I don't want the camera to run out because it's still telling me we're low on battery, and I also don't want this to get too thick. So we're going to go as it is. Right, that means adding in our essential oil to our second portion. To be honest, it could even be the essential oil keeping it thin. I do find lemon and black pepper is a combination where I do end up with quite a lot of working time, so it could even be that combination is keeping my batter thin. We've also got poppy seeds to go in there as well. We're going to, oh, that's close, that was close. Right, we are going to mix in, just ignore the phone. It's the third video almost in recent times where the phone has gone off in the middle of the video, and considering the amount of people that ring me on a daily basis, which is next to none, blooming typical that it's while I'm filming. There we go. Yeah, so that seems to have actually thinned out that batter as well. So I think perhaps the essential oil combination we have been using has led to it remaining workable for longer, which is good if you're doing a swirl or something, but not so good if you're trying to do texturing. We are going to go over the top now with our white. And I want to texture this top as well. I might just leave this sitting for like, literally half an hour and then come back to it and do the actual texturing on the top of this. And just see how we are. That'll give me time to actually properly charge the camera up a little bit as well. We're going to texture the top, but I think it could be some time till we can actually do that, so I will come back in about half an hour and we'll see how things are going then. So it's only actually been about 10-15 minutes, but I've done a little test in this top corner, as you can see just here, and it looks like we're going to be all good for it holding its shape and the texture on the top. So what I'm going to do, start at this end, and I'm just going in with the back of the teaspoon, and I'm just pulling up at an angle, so I'm going in but then round to the right and then up to the centre. Pulling up as I go. Such a simple but effective technique. Hence why those of you who know me know that I use it an awful lot of the time, and even comment on the fact that I use it an awful lot of the time. Right, there we go. Up to the centre. And I think that is done. I think we're finished. Excellent. And the camera battery appears to have lasted, although I've just realised I forgot to turn this microphone on when I was doing that last little bit of chatter. So you might have 1 minute and 37 seconds worth of not great audio. Sorry about that. Anyway, I'll see you tomorrow for the cut. And yeah, looking forward to seeing how it turns out. I'll see you then. So 24 hours later and we are back with our soap. Before we chop it up, I'm just going to use a potato peeler to clean up the edges just a little. I'm going to just break off the real kind of excess soap from each edge. And then I'm going to take a potato peeler and I'm just going to run it along each side of the soap. And this basically just kind of, I think, neatens up the edges. I don't like it when I've got a nice sort of peaked top and then the edges kind of come up as well. I think it's just not aesthetically pleasing to me. So I tend to just do this with most of my loaves. You could do each individual bar when they've been cut. I find that takes a lot longer, which we don't want. We want to save the time. Right, quick and simple as that. I think that loaf now looks a lot smarter on its edges. Right, let's clean up the mess I've already made and then bring in the soap cutter. What I'm doing now is just positioning my soap on my soap cutter, and then I'm going to cut down and through. One thing I will say is doing it up higher, because this table is quite high, just because of filming and whatnot, I find it really hard to get through the soaps nicely, because I think when I'm on a lower down table I can get my weight behind it and press down. When it's up here like this, it's a bit harder. So if it looks like I'm struggling, it's probably because I am. There we go. Done. And that was a struggle. To be honest, I've left this soap a little bit longer than I should have done before cutting, and it shows. Oh, so that was actually really hard work. I definitely left that soap longer than I should have done. Right, okay, let's see. And that is what it is looking like. So we've got our yellow portion here, our white portion at the top, and where we did that little bit of texturing, it's not massively come through. As I said, I didn't think it would, because it just wouldn't sort of set up for texturing, but you know, there's slight little waves between the yellow and the white lines. In terms of the scent, very fresh, very citrusy. I know black pepper might sound a little bit off-putting, lemon and black pepper, but actually the black pepper just kind of helps the freshness and the citrus of the lemon to come through really nicely. I am expecting the lemon to fade slightly during the cure, so if you were to purchase one of these soaps, I would say it'll probably be a subtle scent. Don't be expecting anything that's really going to hit you in the face. This is more one for people or lovers of a more subtle smell. But yeah, that is today's soaps. Yeah, pretty happy with them. I like the design. I think it's quite a pretty one. The idea was to go for kind of lemon meringue pie vibes, but without obviously falling foul of food imitation laws in the UK. And I think we've kind of succeeded at that. Right, Well, thank you for watching today. Remember, you can get your hands on one of these on our website just here on the last Sunday of the month from 5:30 p.m. if you like the sound of them. If you just enjoy our videos, then just enjoy the videos. Feel free to like, leave a comment, subscribe. Everything helps. So I will see you next time, and until then, have a lovely week. Bye for now.